Welcome back everybody to Foundation. My name is Axfield. We are on part 2 where I'm building a monastic city where basically the whole town is going to run around the monastery region. We're doing 2 layers of houses, and you can see that I've already laid out the monastery region quite a bit. And then what we're going to do on a later stage, we're going to do a heavy fortified wall that's going to run all around like that. And then everything on the outside of that wall is going to be our production buildings, like for example our wheat, our vineyards, and the sheep farm. But let's carry on where I left off the previous time. I want to increase my monk dorm size. So yeah, let's just get into that. I want to place this as soon as I can so that we can just assign or devote more monks to work here within the monastery. We've got currently 7, but there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done. So I need to get more in as quickly as possible. So let's just see, 6. Yeah, we're gonna get another 6. Cool. Right, so now aside from that, I want to also build my watch post over here, and we're just going to provide some extra fortification fires. And we can now just expand the patrolling area. We can expand towards this side, just for these 3 houses. There we go. Right, so it's a really small area that we've got to patrol at the moment, which is fine. I can maybe add myself another patroller over here. And I do need to get myself a gathering hut. So let's just place that one as well. You can see the berries is kind of like on the low side. And we've got a mission that we need to fulfill here for the clergy. So if we can accumulate, we need 10 berries and 5 herbs. We've got plenty of herbs at the moment. But I do need to increase the berries. And we've got 24 days to fulfill that. So they do give me a generous amount of time to complete that mission. I'm not going to focus too much on expanding the manor at the moment, so I really just want to get my clergy points up. So one thing that I really do need to get going as well is I need to get the butchery going. So let's just see here. I don't have a lot of money at the moment, so I'm thinking of just maybe doing another levy. Yeah. We do lose a lot of happiness when we do this. Let's see. Okay, I've already got the butchery unlocked, so that's a good thing. I just want to see with the butchery. Just want to make sure that we don't require any polished stones to build these structures. So it's only wood, some tools, and okay. That's blank and normal stone. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to apply a levy over here. Let's do that. And now I need to look at where I want to create the hunting zone. Yeah, so at the moment, this is actually the best region for the hunting zone. And you know what, maybe we should utilize this region as the hunting zone. It's a little bit tricky. Let's maybe just do this quickly. Hunting zone. Yeah, I suppose I can unlock this territory over here. And this is also going to open up more territory here so that I can complete the outside wall for the monastery. So let's do that maybe. Yeah, why not? Right, so the hunting camp, I will probably move this on a later stage in any case. But for now, I'm going to place the hunting camp over here. And I'm going to do the same with the butchery. I'm going to place it like really close by. Yeah, just bear in mind, these structures are going to be moved on a later stage. Alright, so let's just draw out the hunting zone for ourselves. So it's pretty much going to be everything here. Yeah, there's enough spawning points now for this stage of where we are. And I can then assign also the meat here to to the granary, and then we need to set up ourselves another market stall, which is going to sell the meat. Let's see here. Now, in fact, I do want to move this maybe. Yeah, let's maybe move it towards this side. And I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm going to move it like back to back with this other one. Here we go. And that's going to look much nicer. So let's just do it like so. We've got enough cloth left. Saying we should increase the tax. I'm not going to do that at this stage. Okay, cool. They want to trade 100 wood with us, which we've got. Nice. We're going to get a really decent amount of coin there. Okay. Still waiting for those berries. I think let's maybe stockpile the berries quickly. Well, there's 19 days left, so okay, never mind. Let's just maybe add another worker for now. Okay, so we can devout more monks. I'm gonna just do another one additionally. And so let's just see here. We've got 2 copyists. We've got 2 people working in the refractorian. And we've got 2 herbalists, and then we've of course got our 1 priest. I am thinking it might be necessary to increase the chapel size soon. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to either extend it towards the back or let it come out to the side. Either way. Now, this little section that's going to be here, I'm going to make this part of the cloister. So this is going to form a cloister that we are going to need on a later stage when we get brothers. But that's going to take some time before we get there in any case. Alright, so there we can see the houses are upgrading. It's good. Let's maybe just go ahead and stockpile the berries. They are taking pretty long to complete this now. Maybe we can get another transport here. Now what I'll do is I'll actually unassign some workers here by the sawmill and also here by the lumber camps. I'm going to utilize them then to work here by the hunting camp. Or sorry, the hunter site rather. So let's assign one. There was 1 available worker, and then I'm going to take away 1 worker here from the lumber camp and also assign them there as a hunter. There we go. Right, so we've got that completed. That gives us 10 extra clergy and also 10 bread. And I'm just going to sell the bread in any case. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We've got that set up. Let's see here now. For the clergy, I want to improve my splendor points here, so that we can then establish ourselves the monastic kitchen and then also the monastic emissary. That's 2 things that I want to get going first. And then we could probably start with the cloister, I'm guessing. So let's see. We've got a decent amount of money now, so I can maybe just look for a decorative item that I can spam, a cheaper one. You know, maybe it's not a bad idea to build shrubs all around the outside wall. I think it would look actually nice. Maybe do that. do like roses all around, right up against the fence. Yeah, that does look pretty cool. Okay, so we need another 10 splendor. So let's just see. It's gonna cost me another 50 coin. I think I'm gonna just go for it in any case. Here we go. Okay, so now we're on the clergy level 2. So definitely the monastic kitchen is one of the first things I need to unlock. How many? I've got another 15 clergy influence. Okay, so we can do that. The monastic emissary. And let's maybe do the splendor package. And then we can do one more other thing. Let's go for the cloister. Okay, cool. Right, so I'm going to let my money just accumulate again. And then when we've got some extra coin, I want to unlock the stonemason's hut so that we can start generating polished stone. Because I believe for the cloisters we are going to need polished stone to get that done. Yeah, I think the rose bushes looks really nice, just doing it like that. Alright, so let's take away one of the workers here by the sawmill. We can assign them as a butcher. And I'm going to also assign this lady that's coming here. I'm going to assign her as a butcher as well. Here we go. Right, they really need to get going with these market stalls. I should probably build myself another builder's workshop. Now we've got a whole bunch of extra decorative items that we can use now. Like for example the gargoyle, but you can see a lot of these structures requires the polished stones. So that's why I just need to get that stonemason's hut up. I think I'm going to take away one of the miners here. We've got so much stone at the moment. And I'm going to sign them here by the market stall. And I'm going to tell them to start selling some meat. Okay, then at least we can allow the villagers to access the refined food. And that will make them happier. And hopefully we'll get more people that come in now. I need to place one monastic kitchen, and I'm thinking to maybe place it on this side. Just extend it towards this side. It would make sense if I'm going to have the cloister here. It would make sense to maybe extend it this way. And we're also going to require the chimney, which I'm probably going to just place over here. There we go. Right, so that's going to cost me a whole bunch of resources. We require 11 tools. 17 planks and 74 stone. I just want to open up the trade again. I should maybe import a little bit more tools at a time. Let's maybe take it up to 15. Okay, so we've got the meat available, and now I'm thinking it's definitely something that we can also start selling. And I think I'm going to just sell it when we get over 20. Now, between the herbs and the meat, I think we should be stabilizing our money pretty soon. Got 2 or 3 people now that's coming through. And some of our villages are eligible now to become commoners. Oh yeah, it's 3. Okay, that's great. Let's maybe just devout another monk over here. I'm going to just go for 1. And we can do 1 watchman over here and 1 patroller. Yeah, I'm going to just do it like that. Okay. Let's maybe get the Minister Kitchen going. We've got the traders coming now. They will drop off some extra tools for us. And currently we've got now 3 herbalists now working here. Yeah, I see there we get a good amount of money there. We also lost a lot of money from the tools that we bought. Let's just see here. I'm going to wait for the levy mandate just to subside the event. You can see there's still a minus 8% happiness because of the levy mandate. So once that subsides, I'll run another levy mandate. And then what I want to do is I want to unlock the clergy privileges, and then I also want to do the extended village edict. This is going to really help us to just get our money sorted out. Yeah, so you can see we still have a lot of space here for new people coming in. So I don't have to worry too much about extending the town now. In fact, you know, I do want to maybe move these lumber camps a little bit deeper in. It's going to cost me tools. Okay. Let's leave that for now. Got a couple of extra villagers coming. I feel these watchtowers are more appropriate for the type of town that I'm building, because I'm not going to focus really on the military. Maybe on a later stage, maybe. But the whole idea is to build a town that's focused around the monastery. So that's why I feel these towers just seem appropriate for what we're doing here. And it looks nice. Oh, we've got another 4 villagers coming in here. Oh, that's going to help really much. Good, another 2. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So we've got 3 copyists. And we've got 4 herbalists. In fact, I'm thinking of just maybe adding another herbal garden. Let's do it like so. I think that would work. So see, the reason why I'm focusing so much on the herbs, I believe there's 2 towns that trades herbs with us, and that's Northbury. Yeah, that's right, and then also Kingstone Abbey. Both of them are trading the herbs, so, and we're getting very good money for that. Once I've got that extended edict, we'll get even more money out of that. So, let's see, we've got the monastic kitchen now up and running. We need to assign a function. We need to look for a specific type of food that we can assign here. Need to look for one specific monastic food that we can do. I feel like the most appropriate food that we can do is the golden gruel. Yeah. This will probably be my best option, so then I need to get the apiary also up and running. So we'll just wait for the clergy influence to build up. Then I'll set myself up an apiary. And then once we've got some honey production going and we've got the wheat farms up and running, then we can use that to create the golden gruel. Okay, you can see the levy mandate is now subsiding, so let's just do the levy again. Right, point levied, and I'm going to unlock this village edict. And I'm also going to unlock the clergy privileges. So let's see what we can get here. Cost of every mandate. Trade quantity bonus of 80% from village with clergy. This is a pretty good one. Refunds 50% of the tools. I think this is the one I'm going to use first, and then let's just see here. Trade bonus. Trade covenant, yes, okay. This is what I want. Okay, cool. So those are 2 very good ones, I think, to start with. I still didn't really have a desire to open up this territory here for the fish because we're not using it. Just want to see if we do decide to add the cloisters. Let's check this out. Yeah, see, now the thing is, we need to kind of connect it over here. Create an entry point. And then from here we need the cloister walkway. And it needs to be in an enclosed space. Enclosed area. So let's check this out. If we do it like this, then I want to extend the monk dorms also. Probably build it like this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to bring this together, but this is the idea. So this will count as the cloister. Got the right idea here. Let's see, cloister. That's going to be very expensive, and it's going to cost me 20 polished stone. And that reminds me, we should get this going. Should really get the polished stone going. I think what would be the best way to bring this all together. I suppose I can build maybe like a gallery over here that can connect the cloister, and then we can set up another structure like this maybe. But now this doesn't seem right over here. Closed area. Maybe after I build it, it will turn green. We'll check it out. I'll probably have to break down this wall just to make it a little bit, coming a little bit more round. It's quite on top of each other over here. 46, 5, okay, this is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna just build it like this. Just see how that goes. Right, we are gonna get some extra tools in. We don't have much money. But they did buy a lot of the herbs now, so that is at least a good thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just assign myself another carpenter over here, just temporarily, and also maybe another woodcutter. So we use the wood for the trading. I want to see if we can actually squeeze a house in here. See if that works. Ah, okay. See, we need an entrance to this enclosed space. So let's turn this around. Entrance. I've got to turn it around like this. Or alternatively, let's do the walkway. Do it the same as the other ones. And then I can make a door. Maybe make a different door. Doesn't actually allow me to place a door here. Oh, okay, well if I do this, I think it's gonna work. That can work. It shows blue. I don't know if it means that it's fixed, but I think it is going to work like that. Visit location, a bit like that. Yeah, I think this might work. Alright, so we really need a lot of material for this. I'm still trying to think how I can make this nice. We can maybe add like some sort of facade over here. This is way too big. Or how about a chimney? That might work. Yeah, this can actually work if we do something like this. Right, so you can see the service is now starting to get affected. Got -7 for the service. So let's see, to just extend this chapel. And I'm gonna maybe just extend it towards the back, if they allow me to. That's not gonna work. Okay, that is going to work. They allow me to do that, so let's bring this up. Okay, yeah, that's gonna look good. I'm gonna just go ahead and build this now. Now, seeing that we've got those extra villagers that came in, I should probably just assign some more people as hunters. I'll take the woodcutting region away here. And let's just get another hunter camp. Happiness isn't looking too bad, so maybe just temporarily I'm going to push the taxes up quite a bit. Just to see if we can sort the money out. It's always this initial part of the game where the money really struggles. This is with most of the city building games that you play in any case. I would say the first 2 to 3 hours you really work just to get your money flowing. But then after that, it's pretty easy in that regard. Then you've got more micromanagement in sustaining the town with all the resources. Just want to see, I think this tower might give like light fortification. No, it doesn't actually. Ah, I was hoping that it was going to give me some sort of fortification. Okay, but we've got plenty of herbs and we'll be able to trade that as well as the planks. It's the trader from Northbury now, so... Yeah, got our herbs. We're also going to sell our planks. Right, so our capacity now for the chapel is 56, which is great because we've got a population of 60. So that's pretty much on par with what we need. I think if I do need to extend or increase the capacity of the chapel, all I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to build another block like that on top of this one. Right, so we've got to deliver some herbs and berries again. That's fine. And we're going to get 20 bread this time. We complete a quest. Let's just see here. I've got now 8 influence. Okay. So maybe it's time to just activate the monastic beekeeping. I suppose we can place the beekeeping over here. We need 10 polished stones to place this, or to have the apiary. Yeah, they do allow you pretty much to place it anyway, so you don't have to be close to the actual structure. But I think I'm going to try and place it here and use the space we've got. See if it works. If it doesn't, I can always move it on a later stage. But I'm going to keep it like that for now. And I do think I need to place myself another stonemason's hut. The polished stone takes really, really long. It's looking pretty cluttered in this corner, but it's okay. We'll rearrange everything on a later stage. In spite of the high taxes, our happiness is still looking really good. Oh, damn. need cloth. Okay, well, I'm gonna import some cloth. And let's just bring it up to 5. Looks like I'm going to have to build myself another gathering hut because the berry production is really slow. Alternatively, I can get the monks to harvest some berries. Let's see here. Berry garden. I'm not sure if I'm going to need a berry garden hut for them to collect the stuff. I don't know. Let's just try it without it. See if it works. Ah. Okay, I do need this actually. Damn, okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, so let's rather build ourselves another gathering hut. Just squeezing all of them together here. Right, so they want us to get 100 wood again. Okay, that's an easy fix. We can just take away some of the carpenters, assign some extra woodcutters. And we'll just tell them to stockpile this again. So at the moment we've got 10 monks working here, and we've got space for another 13. And then I think we should be fine. I believe so. Well, I hope so. Now when I get 5 manuscripts, I'm going to upgrade them to brother. But before I can do that, I see we do need the monastic food. Okay, so we will have to get the wheat farm up and running. Now I'll probably end up within the next playthrough, I'll end up unlocking this territory over here. And this is then where I'm gonna do the wheat. I suppose I can do it here as well. There is a small space we can utilize. So what I want to do is, I want to maybe just do like a placeholder here that will just represent the outer wall of the city. So it just gives me more or less an idea of how I want to build this wall. Yeah, something like this. So we can place the wheat farm now just on this side. I'm really hoping that we're getting those berries pretty soon. Should probably stockpile them as well. Let's do that maybe. And let's add another transporter here for the granary. Got 3 for the warehouse, so that's okay. Okay, we've got almost all the wood that we need. So I can at least complete this one. And then we get 150 coin from that. So when I get that coin, I should maybe unlock myself the farming, the wheat farming. I think that would probably be the best bet. There we got some good coin. Let's maybe do this. Unlock the farming over here. Okay, so I'm gonna now just see here to get an idea of what we want to do. I'll probably keep it like this. Okay, let's get going with this. See, because I want to get the monastic food started, I don't think I'm going to make bread available for the people. I'm going to just produce wheat, or the actual grain. It's wheat. Okay, cool. Right, and then from the refectorium, see here, which one is it? It's a golden gruel. Yeah, there we go. So once I've got my apiary up and running, and we've got the wheat farm up and running, we can set the monastic food available here. And I just want to see something. Can we actually trade that monastic food? Not sure. No. Okay, well that's fine. Surplus of construction material. Okay, cool. Just waiting for literally that one piece of wood. Come on, man. There we go. And we've got our berries as well, so I'm gonna take the stockpile away. We completed both of those trades, and now I can assign myself some farmers over here. I can start painting the crop field. Like I can just basically utilize all of the space over here. There's just enough space. That's awesome. Alright. Okay, this is great. So they're going to start producing the wheat over here. And I just want to see, we've got now 8 polished stones. We need 10. Let's just maybe go ahead and start building that in any case. I'll continue on my own. Okay. Right, so I do think what I need to do is I need to maybe also just get my splendor up over here so that we can get the proper city wall going. did ask them to import the cloth. I don't know why we still don't have any cloth available. Let's just see who is doing the trade for the cloth. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's Northbury that's selling the cloth. I don't know why we don't have the cloth yet. I don't have the trade route open here for Kingston Abbey. I thought I did. Okay, but we can open that now. And would you look at that? The honey is selling for 5 coin for each piece of honey that you're selling. That's going to be great. This is going to be great. So I'll maybe have to invest more in the apiaries as well. And then rather use the herbs to create my monastic meals. And let's see. I'm going to just devote another monk. No. We can assign a lady there to the gathering hut. We've got a decent amount of coin now. So increasing the taxes was really a good thing. That seemed to have done the trick. Now I want to see when we've got the apiary up and running. We still need one more polish stone. I feel like I want to open up this territory over here. You know what, let's just leave that for now. I'm going to just spam these rose bushes. I want to get that labor splendor up nicely. We're at 46 now. Cool. Let's just maybe complete it up to... We need 75 actually for that. Okay, I'll just wait for the coin to accumulate again. And then I'm going to just continue to expand it. There we got some extra coin now. We need another 13, so let's just get that up to 13. There we go. Nice. Okay, right, so we're in the next labor tier. So I'm gonna just go ahead and unlock these privileges. And let's just see here quickly. So we can do more trade, yes. That's definitely the first one that I want to do. Labor buildings upkeep reduced. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. The labor buildings upkeep reduced by 25%. Let's do that. Now I think from here on forward we should really come right with our money. And I think I'm going to just unlock the treasury also here as a sub building for my manor. We can just link it here. And then what I'm going to do is, obviously this tower is going to go upwards. We are going to raise it on a later stage. And I just want to make the roof black. And Now, how much value? It doesn't say how much it's going to improve the tax. Or sorry, the treasury. First I'll just have to build it. Oh wait, no, this is the Great Hall. I did the wrong thing here. I want to add the treasury. There we go. That's it, okay. So that gives us a 300 increase within our treasury. Okay, I'm quite happy with that, so let's just build that. Right, and the apiary is up. And we've got 2 beekeepers operating here. Okay, I'll probably move these to a different location. Because I see here we can only assign 2 workers. Although, there should be a lot of space left here on a later stage. Maybe I'll just do the beekeeping all around this little region. I don't know, we'll see what we're going to do. We are getting additional wax, which, I mean, at the moment there's nothing I'm going to do with the wax until a much later stage. But let's see if we can in fact sell the wax. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and sell the wax, everything that we've got. I do believe, however, to see if we can do it in the general storage, the wax. Yes, okay, great stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna build myself another warehouse. And we're gonna store the wax in there, and I just want to quickly see, I think it's Instone Abbey that will purchase the wax. Yes, that's it. Okay, so they will purchase the wax, in fact. Okay, so they want us to accumulate 10 manuscripts. We do get 20 polish stone if we complete this, which is great. But it takes forever to craft the manuscripts. You know what, let's just agree to this. Now what I need to do is I need to get a storage here for the monastery items. So it's the monastic range. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I think we can kind of like place it over here like so. Just need to make sure there's plenty of movement space. Yeah, that should be fine. Just say build. And I want to see something here quickly. Fencing. Okay, there we go. So this will now complete the outer wall for the monastery. I think it's big enough. And let's just go ahead and place that. Still waiting for the cloth. Oh, you know what? I'm so stupid. I was supposed to build another warehouse to open up the space for the cloth. Here we go. Alright, so let's just go ahead and place ourselves another warehouse. Oh, a providential trade route. You've established trade route with the Kingston Abbey Shivless monasteries on both sides. Benefit from trading with each other and would like to know if you need anything. Oh wow. Great bonus with the clergy. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? A 200 coin would be great, but I think all this material that we've got over here is worth more than 200 coin. And then also the trade price bonus would be fantastic. I think that is probably the best option, but for now, I do require the material. So, you know what? Let's just go with this one. Let's just go with this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of this. I'm going to move in a little bit deeper. I'm going to have to move this in a little bit deeper. And let's just check this again. Wood cutting. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this is fine. So then I'm going to just go ahead and place my warehouse over here. I think I should make it maybe square with the manor. There we go. Let's just do it like that. And then, of course, what I'm going to do is now, I'm in this warehouse, I'm going to place the cloth, the polished stone, and then also the wax. Just devote myself another male villager here. Okay, our honey is accumulating, and now I'm just thinking I should probably start with this golden gruel. We are slowly but surely getting the wheat in as well. Right, and our stonemason hut is finally done after such a long wait. Let's take one of the woodcutters and we're going to just assign the stonemason over here. And then what we're going to do on this side, I'm going to do the manuscripts, and I should probably assign the honey here. I think so. Yeah. See what else we can do. The wax can maybe also go in here. Why not? So we will kind of like get issues with the lumber camp, I suppose, with all the trees being around it. Let's just maybe do this. Let's just remove the resources that's on the actual lumber camp. See, now I can do with some extra monks over here to assign them as copyists. so that we can just get that 10 manuscripts going. Um, hmm. Got a few villagers coming in here. I'm definitely going to assign some of them, at least one of them, to just help here with the copying of the manuscripts. Yeah, they were getting some money for the wax. Nice. Okay, right. Let's just see. I want to take away the work here from somewhere. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take away the stonemason. Assign them also as a monk, and we can rather assign a woman to work there. There we go. Then let's take this one away. Also devote them, and we can assign another woman on that side. I'm going to definitely take away one of the cooks, and I'm going to assign them over here, finishing up. There we go. Right, I think if we've got 3 copyists, that should give us enough copyists to complete this on time. Yeah. I'm going to just go ahead and build another builder's workshop over here. I think it's quite important. Building is taking a little bit long. Okay, we are lacking actual wood. So let's just see here. We've got 4 carpenters. There's some extra villagers. Now I'm going to just assign them to work here by the lumber camp. Okay, so cloth can definitely go in here as well as the polished stone. going to maybe just assign another transporter here. Taking really long to get the wood here. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, the money is looking much better. I want to just see to open up some more territory. So we've got that territory, right? Okay, so that's where we do the hunting. I think let's just maybe go ahead and open up this territory. We're going to need that extra space to build some additional houses. So I'm going to go for that. And I'm going to tell them just to clear out the resources over here. We're going to bring it around now. So the houses are going to come around like so. Being a little bit too far out here, I would say. Get it slightly more smooth. Right, so our cooks, they are preparing the golden gruel at the moment. So the monastic meals are provided for. Yeah, we've got plenty of golden gruel. I don't know why we've got 3 cooks here again. I want to have 3 copyists. There we go. Right, and I'm going to just assign 2 builders there for now. And let's devote... Yeah, let's devote another 2. Why not? I want to make sure that I fulfill all the roles here before I decide to build more production buildings. I don't know why they're giving so many cooks. They're assigning so many cooks over here. Here we go, so we're getting those additional houses up. So as I've mentioned, this is only a placeholder. I'm not going to build a wooden fortification. There we go. Just leave it like so. Okay, so I've got now plenty of polished stone. So I think I can go ahead and build my cloister. We've got everything that we need. Also got enough tools. Okay, so we need to accumulate the berries and the herbs again. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. You know, I'm considering opening up this territory now and doing the fishing, and then maybe supplying the monks rather with the fish instead of the berries, because they really go work through the berries pretty quickly. And then any extra fish that we've got, we can use that as a trading commodity. So yeah, it's gonna cost me 50 coin to expand this, but let's do it. I'm gonna add my extension here. It fits very nicely in any case. Do that. And we can do the same over here. Here we go. Alright, so we should have now plenty of storage space in any case. Okay, so let's see. Gonna then just go ahead and assign the fish. We can maybe open it up also for the flour and then for the bread. Yeah. Just squeeze another house in there. But in any case, everybody, that's it from me for today's episode. We're going to carry on here. I will finish the cloister off screen. I'm going to do a few touch-ups just to clear out the space that we need to expand the city. I'm going to improve my splendor also off screen so that we can just get ourselves ready to start building the fortified wall on the outside. And then we can focus on the more fun things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. Passional gamer, building kingdoms from the dark. Together we rise, we conquer. We build our own empire in the realms of